Does Metroid Prime 4 Beyond look too good for Switch? Ever since the new gameplay trailer dropped in the last Nintendo Direct, many people have speculated that the game here isn't running on a regular Nintendo Switch, but instead the upcoming Switch 2. Because the game looks so good and runs so well, it isn't possible for something as beautifully grandiose as this to run on the underpowered Switch hardware, right? Well, to put it bluntly, I completely disagree with this notion for several reasons, the first one being that the developers at Retro Studios have already proven they can make a high-fidelity game for Switch with Metroid Prime Remastered. Seriously, I wonder if people have forgotten about this game, because if they did remember it, they wouldn't be questioning how good Prime 4 looks. Most of everything we see in this trailer has already been achieved in Prime Remastered. A smooth frame rate, intense particle effects, you name it. I never doubted for a second that Retro Studios would be able to utilize the Switch's power to its full extent. But of course, it comes with some compromises also apparent in the trailer, such as low poly rubble, water that doesn't appear to be running at 60 FPS, and of course, the game's resolution. If the trailer was uploaded at 4K or something, then I would think it's running on Switch 2. But no, it's 1080p on YouTube, albeit a poorly compressed 1080p. Even still, I don't doubt that the game itself is running at sub 1080p, like Prime Remastered, which ran at 900p. It still looked really good though, and it's important to note that with a proper display, most games look way better when connected to your TV through the native hardware than they do on a compressed YouTube video, at least in my experience, so I'm sure Metroid Prime 4 Beyond will look good no matter what resolution it's at. Oh, and let's not forget the most important hint that this game is running on the Nintendo Switch. The fact that the trailer and the title of the video literally have the words Nintendo Switch in there, with the description saying it will be released on Nintendo Switch in 2025. So, you can argue all day that the Switch can't handle Metroid Prime 4, but in the end, it's coming to that platform, be it exclusive, cross-gen, or what have you. But you might be telling me, Joey, just because the trailer says it's coming to Switch doesn't mean it was running on Switch hardware. And to that, I say you might actually be right. It's probably running on a Switch development kit or a PC meant to simulate how the game will look on the Nintendo Switch. See, I can look at both sides of an argument, and I know that gameplay footage in any trailer tends to not be final, as it's still undergoing polish and optimization. It might end up looking better upon release, or they might have to make some visual downgrades to get the game running better. I remember Bayonetta 3 in particular had a trailer where the cutscenes ran at 60 frames per second, which did not translate into the final game. I'm just saying, visual downgrades are a possibility with any game from its marketing to release cycle, so maybe the same thing could happen to Metroid Prime 4. Worst comes to worst, maybe Retro Studios has to bring the frame rate down to 30 FPS on the current Switch in favor of 60 FPS on Switch 2. That's not something I'm realistically predicting, I'm just thinking of an example, because I believe Retro Studios has spent the last 5.5 years making the Switch version of Metroid Prime 4 their top priority, ensuring it looks and runs the best it can on that system. And despite widespread speculation, it's still unconfirmed if there will be a Switch 2 version of this game. But I'm sure it'll look better through some backward compatibility enhancements on Switch 2, even though that wasn't the focus for the development team. Either way, we will surely find out more about Metroid Prime 4 Beyond next year. But if you really think the Switch can't handle a game like this, then play Metroid Prime Remastered. It uses the same engine as Prime 4, and it is extremely impressive. Anyway, thanks for watching, let me know what you think in the comments below, and subscribe to GameXplain and hit that notification bell to stay up to date on all things Prime 4. Until next time, bye bye!